Just getting a shot of driving. Looks cool. Hey, watch out, puppy! We made it to the beach. We're going to just go put our feet in the water. After all that traveling, it's gonna be so nice. It's so nice just being outside, even though it's so humid like this. We looked it up and it's the monsoon season right now, so we're not sure how much rain we're gonna be getting. It's supposed to be raining a little bit at least every day. It looks like it might be raining soon actually out there. It's starting to come down. This is really cool. Whoa! Woo! Alright, so we are on a Sri Lankan road trip. We just flew in, landed in Colombo, which is Sri Lanka's biggest city. Grabbed a little car for a couple weeks and we're heading down along the south coast. Other than that, we're just kind of taking things as they go. It's going to be an adventure for sure. I got my international driver's license and driving on the streets is a little bit crazy, especially since it's reversed. So we're driving on the left here, which is a little bit of a trip, but getting used to it already. Just a couple minutes on the road. It's a little hectic at first.
You go.
On a bicycle. Just beach along the whole coast here. The sun and the clouds are so nice right now too. So Sri Lanka has a really good train network too actually. We took the car today, but Fred and Laura, who are traveling with us, they just hopped on the train and they're heading down to Gale, where we're gonna meet them tonight. Just wide enough. So we made it down to the city of Marissa and we're just exploring the coastline here. Some more beautiful beaches and we're out on this like rock formation island right now. It's really, really interesting. Alright, we're hiking up to Coconut Tree Hill right now. Oh my goodness, it's so hot out here taking pictures midday. It's still super hot and sweaty out here. We're trying to avoid the sun as much as we can. The sun is just so hot. Oh my goodness. That's a crazy lizard, isn't it? Alright, we're gonna hop in the car and continue the road trip.
Those cows?
I don't know what they are. Cows. Sorry, I'm trying to film and drive. Wow, this is so cool. Alright, so we made it near the park. We're up near Udawala Park and we rented this really cool tent. Part of this tent campground thing. It's like indoor, outdoor. It's got a washroom, a few nice beds. We all went with the classic rice and vegetable curry here. We've got some dal. What are the chips called?
Papadums.
Papadums?
Can you pass me one actually?
Of course. Everything looks delicious.
Those chips.
How's the coffee?
Yeah, dry coffee. Let's go see some elephants.
Some elephants.
Oh,
Hop into the Jeep.
This is gonna be fun. This is like virgin land, you know?
Alright, so we woke up early this morning before the sun, and we're hopped on a safari Jeep, and it's bringing us into Udawalawe Park, where we're hoping to see some wildlife, some elephants, and who knows what. But the light looks perfect. Gonna try to get some good shots. It's crazy, eh? How many do we have? So we've got 6 elephants right here.
7.
7. Couple hiding over there. So we've been in the park for about 5 minutes and we've already seen 7 elephants.
Look at his lips.
Look at that bottom lip.
What is that hairy little lip doing?
Oh, bye. Oh, this one's dead already.
I haven't been quick enough to get it on camera yet, but we've seen a couple mongoose that just run quickly along the road. Maybe I'll try putting the big lens on and filming the road for a minute just to see if I'll get lucky. Oh.
Yeah, those things are successful.
Alright, so we got some storks over here eating fish in the river.
Plastic is spotted deer.
Are there wolves here?
Yeah.
Funny that it has its
Water fights. Are they gonna go in the water?
Anyway. Now we've been cruising around the park for about 3 hours. Saw everything that we came to see. I think we got really lucky with that herd of elephants right at the beginning. Even seeing the crocodiles and the water buffalo. Whole bunch of different kinds of birds. Such a successful safari.
Chair.
Thank you.
Good.
That was great.
Fantastic.
Oh.
Cooking up.
So good. Made it back to camp and we've got breakfast here waiting for us.
I wish there was double the pineapple or even 10 times.
Good breakfast. So this is it's gonna be one of our nicer stops along the trip. We definitely treated ourselves for this one, but it was such an amazing experience. And staying in this camp is really, really nice. Definitely worth it, but we'll be staying at some more budget hostels. Back on the road here, and we're heading up north through the mountains to the next place we're going to stop, which is a city called Ella. We're going to spend a couple days there looking for hikes and adventures around. Alright, so we're walking over now to check out the 9 Arch Bridge, which is a train bridge running right through the mountains here. So we're at an elevation of over 1,000 meters here in Ella. And the train winds all the way up through the mountains, through tunnels and across bridges like this. And this is one of the more grand bridges. It's got really, really amazing stonework. And the colors here are just beautiful with the train carving through the vegetation. Okay, no, it's okay. Oh my goodness.
It's so high.
It is, isn't it?
One?
It's really pretty, eh?
Yeah.
So we're walking through a beautiful tea plantation here right next to the bridge. Tea is actually the main export here of Sri Lanka. So they grow it all over this mountain region. Good? Look at that mist.
Wow, that's cool, isn't it? So the land is so mountainous around here that the locals actually use the train track to walk along to go into town and go to shops and things like that. Right now we're doing a little hike called Little Adams Peak. Really beautiful views. So over here we've got a mountain called Ella Rock, scraping the clouds right now. Gonna go over and do that one next. It gets steep at parts though. To walk along the railroad here for a few kilometers. It's just wrapping around the side of this mountain, and after that we'll cut in to the forest and try and summit Ella Rock. Luckily the trains don't travel too fast here, so it's safe enough to just walk along the ties, and then when you hear the honk of the train, then you jump out of the way. All growing up next to us on the tracks here, there's some banana. Woo! Alright, yeah. So it looks like we'll be hiking up that hill right there. You can kind of see some trails in the grass. Not entirely sure, but we think that that is the beginning of the trail for Ella Rock. Whoa. Here we go. Getting towards the top. Wow. Oh my goodness. The hike is getting hard. We made it into this really interesting forest with these really slender trees. They're all shedding their bark. It's quite interesting. Well, we made it to the top of Ella Rock. We've got our head in the clouds up here. All the wind is just blowing up the face. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna sit here and wait for the clouds to clear. Oh my goodness.
Oh, look at these clouds.
Well, the cloud is showing no sign of letting up, so we're gonna start the descent back down to our hostel. A local farmer warned us that we might run into cobras along this trail in the plantations, but luckily we haven't seen anything. Here's another termite nest right here. Yeah. Isn't that neat?
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Woo! So this is the second tallest waterfall here in Sri Lanka. Alright, so we drove up a jungle road and we came to Dialuma Falls. Gonna spend the day here doing a couple hikes around them and hopefully find a hole to swim in. Okay, so from the road that took us along the bottom of the falls, we had to continue to a town called Koslanda. 30 minutes from there up the mountainside. Found a little car park. Now we're hiking up to the top of the falls, looking for a place to go for a swim. Well, it's beautiful.
Hi.
So this waterfall system just has a bunch of cascading waterfalls all in succession, and each of them has a basin where you can just swim in because there isn't that much water flow, so there's no risk of it washing you over to the next one. Just like a natural water park here. It's really cool. That's so cool. Such a cool spot. Explore all the nooks and crannies. That's so nice. Alright, we're gonna be heading upstream. Gonna look for another little pool to stop for a swim in. Hopefully the sun comes out for us. It looks like you can just swim anywhere along this stream. It's really, really cool. That's nice, eh? Right here, halfway up this waterfall. The river just keeps on going with these little pools. They're just perfect for swimming in. We made it up to one that's a little bit more relaxed, a little bit farther away from the big waterfall. So just gonna hang out here for a bit. So it only took us just over an hour to get here from Ella. Makes for the perfect little day trip if you're staying in that city. After this, I think we're gonna be moving on though.
Where's your brother? Oh. Where's your brother?
Oh, it's so loud. Alright, so we're leaving Ella now. We just hopped on a train. We got some second class tickets on this beautiful mountain train. And we're heading up to the middle of the island to a place called Kandy.
Can you take a picture and I just want to look at it? Yeah.
So the train tickets cost us just about $1 each. And we're taking the train for an hour and a half or so till our next stop, and then we're going to continue on by road. Roads here are pretty fun. We're just swerving back and forth up and down these hills, going through tea plantations and forests, every once in a while going through a little town. Well, after getting lost in the tiny streets around here in Kandy, we finally made it down to the botanical garden. Just walking around. Got an amazing collection of trees here. Look at all those monkeys! That's so many! Oh my goodness. Look at the bats, they're all up in the top of these trees. So this park is surrounded on 3 sides by a little river that runs through the city. Drove up the road to a place called Pinawala Elephant Orphanage, where they have one of the biggest herds of elephants in captivity in the world. So we're gonna try and see some, maybe pat them, we're not sure. Yeah, that really was a hidden gem. So right now we're exploring an archaeological site here in the Cultural Triangle, which is in the central province of Sri Lanka. And it is so quiet here. There's almost no tourists. Just nobody on this entire site. We really didn't think that there would be that much of a dip in tourism. It's been about a month since Sri Lanka had their terrorist attack, and Since the blast, a lot of governments are saying to avoid non-essential travel, but we really didn't think that it would actually affect it that much. Almost all of the places we've stayed, we've been the only guests, so it's really hurt the entire economy here and everything that they've built up around the tourism industry. Sri Lanka was set to become like one of the big tourist destinations with over 2 million tourists, but with something like this, it's hard to say how much of an impact it'll have in the long run. Everyone here is hoping that the tourism will come back. There, that's where we're heading this morning. So this is definitely one of Sri Lanka's most popular hikes. We made it in right when the gates opened at 6:30. I'm not sure how long it's going to take us, but here's the old path, straight up the side of the mountain. So this rock used to be the center of a volcano, which hardened, and then everything else eroded away and left just the center. These big black things right on the sides are giant bees' nests. It's hard to show the scale. Oh, the steps are so small. Whew. Made it to the top.
Good high five too.
It's a nice breeze up here, isn't there?
Very nice.
It's a good view from up here. We're about 200 meters up. This right here is really cool. It's dug a reservoir right into the stone. Swimming hole, jump in, something nice and refreshing. Trying not to disturb the bees right next to us. They're so big here. Wow, that was a really good hike. Nice and short and easy relative to how amazing the views are from the top. That's definitely worth it. Right now we're hiking through the boulder garden. Wow. Just nice big steps right down into the water. Woo! What? Can I go back in? There's people over there in the reeds and they're fishing with bats. So they just smack the water and try to get some fish. Problem is you go for a nice refreshing swim like that and then you hop out, you walk 2 minutes along the road and you're already sweating again. So we've been staying in homestays and little hotels along the trip, and this is a beautiful little hotel. We've got a view of Sigiri Rock, which we just climbed. A nice comfy bed with a bug net to make sure there are no bug bites at night. We even got air conditioning in this room, which is really nice. Just having some coffee and breakfast before we head back out. Back into the hot sun. Alright, so we're heading out on one more hike while we're still in the area. We're gonna go up the other mountain and try and get a good view of Sigiri Rock. We've only got a couple hours left before the sun goes down, so it should be beautiful. We're just winding right now through the narrow roads. Gonna go to the base of the hike.
Cool rock, huh?
Yeah. Oh, just dripping with sweat here. So hard to drink enough water when you're sweating this much. It's crazy. Good hike. There's little monkeys everywhere. So we're just taking a little break from driving. Came to go explore this temple. There's little monkeys running around all over the forest and the roads here. We're at the base now of another giant rock formation. It's interesting that that's a common geographical feature here.
Like the middle one.
It's nice, isn't it? It's really, really cool. Oh, well, we got some nice pictures on the staircase. We're the only ones here again. And now we're hiking up to the very top of this rock formation. Feels a lot like Sigiriya rock. That's so nice. Good hike.
Good hike. In a dress and in sandals.
Yeah, oh, nice. All right, we're gonna head back down. Keep going on the road. So this little beach hut is our home for 2 weeks. We're spending the time here kiteboarding every day and just going for little missions around. It's a beautiful spot and we just open the windows, have an amazing ocean view. The waves are huge! Since it stormed last night, the waves are huge this morning and that means there's more undertow right now. So I think we'll probably just walk down to the lagoons. That's ours right there. So one of the main reasons we picked this place was just because we're about 1 kilometer, a walk along a little road, and then along the beach to the lagoon, which is one of the better kiteboarding spots around here. So right now we're just making our way over. Gonna try and find some wild donkeys to feed along the way. Hey donkeys! Donkeys? Alright, made it to the kite spot, got the kite all pumped up and rigged. The weather has just been so variable. A little bad cloud system will roll through. You'll see some rain in the distance. It makes the wind all gusty and everything like that, and then it just blows right on by and it's sunny again. It's crazy. The storm systems here are just so small. So nice right now. All right, we're starting to walk back. Woo! Walk back is always so much harder. So much more tired. The wind's in your face. Just looking forward to getting back to the beach hut.
Emotional. They're so tired.
Bye little guys.